live. We live. You can't say that. I hope they didn't catch that. What's going on, y'all? We going live, baby. Zay with Kinetic Training here.
What's up, y'all? It's Chris.
He's the bigger version of me.
If his skin had stretched out, it would lighten. It would lighten if it was stretched out.
We took away your melanin. So it's Friday. Back at it with another video. So let's see how this one goes.
We was having trouble today. We were trying to.
I think I don't like to be confined to a title. Okay. This doesn't have anything to do with my marriage, by the way. I'm just saying. I love my. I'm referring to.
It's too late.
I know. I'm referring to trying to come up with a title for. Facebook makes you label your titles, and we just like to have conversations.
If we could just like turn on a camera when we have these spontaneous conversations,
right?
I feel like you'd enjoy them so much more.
Yeah, but like, because the topics start off, and then we get on a tangent. But it's all things that we believe that should be heard or discussed. But sometimes it's just difficult to do that. So it took us 25 minutes to try to figure out.
You know what we should do next time? Things we know now, we wish we knew earlier. So like there's things I've said to people that I've grown and can now say that was a dumb thing to say. It was wrong.
Are you gonna remember that for next week?
No, but yes, I'm gonna write it. I'm gonna put it in my notes.
He has a whole label in his phone for things to talk about, and we still couldn't find a title to call this.
I can't show y'all half of this because
he's apparently Rick James. No, y'all think I'm playing. Like, no, in his notes, it's Rick James. I don't even know where to go with that conversation.
What I just say? Things we wish we knew. Okay.
See, he forgot already. He was going to wait a whole week. There's no way that was going to happen.
So this week is more nuances in fitness, and like. When you hear something, you heard it through the grapevine or through someone's blog or someone's explaining something. When a coach or a fitness enthusiast, because not all of them should be called coaches, when they're talking to the audience that they're talking to, and you might not identify as part of their audience.
Yeah.
So some of the things might hit you a little bit differently.
I think that's probably one of the hardest things
for me to remember.
Well, no, I was going to say the hardest concept to dive into is because not all information is for you. So especially with the age of social media, I think it becomes very difficult on whether or not the individual that you're subscribing to, say they're posting a workout or they're posting information. Who knows whether or not it's applicable for you? And I think that's kind of one of the things that we want to talk about and cover. Where to start? Detox teas aren't a thing. I'm playing. I mean, I'm not playing, but I'm playing. That's not where I want to start, but it's true. It's not a thing. It is a thing, but it's not a thing. People make it a thing.
They exist.
Either way, it exists, but do they work?
But they don't work.
Hey, Dan! You want to say hi?
To our lovely audience here, as we discuss nuances in fitness today.
Ooh, right?
Ooh.
Right? Yes.
So, all right, let's start with. All right.
Okay.
6 o'clock.
5:30.
5:30.
Oh, we gonna mask up.
We
right
gonna
quick.
mask
We'll be
up.
right back.
He'll be back. I got mine in my pocket. Okay. Always on deck. I'm ready with it. Spack it out. Straight like that. We're gonna have to project because.
Yeah. So
you guys want to see me?
why are you masking up? Well, because all of us are invited to the barbecue and we don't know who's coming through the doors.
You don't know. Don't know. Okay?
All right. So I don't remember where I was going. Okay, so I saw a post from our we have subgroups within our gym, so our members will group up and discuss topics and things. So this is not an attack. I want to explain something that I've learned over time. So a lot of times we'll establish there's an 80-20 rule. I think it's finances or it's something.
That's where it arrived. Yeah, it started with finances.
And we apply it to fitness and nutrition. And while it's great for the people it's great for, it's nuanced, right? So it's nuanced toward the group that needs to hear it. And it's, sorry, should have probably led with, it's weight loss is 80% nutrition, 20% fitness. While that's true in certain situations, that's something I subscribe to, like wholeheartedly, way early on, until you realize that that's very specific. So that's for an individual to hear, and then that may not be true for the next person. The next person may need to hear it's 50-50, you have to work at both equally. I've since established that they are separate categories and you should complete to 100%, as close to 100% as you can to the best of your current ability. And that will change. You can't always dedicate all of your time to nutrition. You can't always dedicate all of your time to exercise. You have to kind of balance the way that you need to balance in the moment you're balancing the act. So there's a lot of yes, but can you perform fitness without paying attention to nutrition? To a degree. Can you perform exercise without focusing on nutrition? To an extent. Can you focus on nutrition without focusing on exercise? To an extent.
Either sides of the coin, you're missing something.
Right.
So,
but the conversation is nuanced, right? So, let's see what else. What's on the fitness charts today? It's usually diets. It's almost always diets.
This is the one I absolutely love. Ooh, shake my shoulders. Do waist trainers work? Here's what it is, and I've been honest, right? I tell people to think of a waist trainer like a tight ass sock, right? So like, y'all ever have that impression on your calf when you take your sock off after a long day? Yeah, that's your waist after wearing a waist trainer. That's about as good as it works. However, here's where the nuance comes in. Because, and this is totally real, if wearing a waist trainer for the individual makes it so that they now are going to the gym more frequently, or if it means that now they're starting to pay a little bit more attention to their nutrition, then sure, the waist trainer works.
So it gives them the security.
Correct.
Yeah.
But standing alone by itself with no attention to nutrition or the fitness aspect, they do not work by themselves unless you're just going to keep wearing it, right? So like if I wore my socks all day and they're just tight all the time and I continue to do it, it's going to leave that indentation, it's going to leave that compression. So yes, but it by itself does not, and I want you to like to like, I don't care who's watching, right? To literally think about this. If it were to work, wouldn't everybody just wear tighter clothes all the time? If that was the case? Because think about the mechanisms that go, there's no mechanisms that make that a thing.
The problem is how it's sold.
Exactly.
So it's sold as a weight loss tool.
And that's, so what I get all the time is, but hey, Zay, why would insert popular Instagrammer or celebrity push this if it wasn't real?
Because they get paid.
Because they get paid. Because there are people who don't know any better who will purchase these things.
Consider this. Consider even what we're doing right now. We don't actually get paid for this, right? But the idea is
I wish.
Wait, we need to talk about that contract.
Right.
But you're essentially subscribing to our ideas, right? So essentially, it's the same thing.
But my ideas is I don't even know how to put it. It's a mix.
Your truth?
That is true. My ideas are my truth.
Is that what you put in there?
I was trying to say it's my ideas stem from learning a great deal from a wide variety of mentors from an experience standpoint. We've been doing this for years now.
All right. No, our foundation stems from evidence-based practices.
Yes.
Like people they've performed research, repeated it, and then it's been viewed by peers in their field, which undergoes crazy scrutiny. Now, yes, you can pay for it. Anyway, there's far more detail that goes into the work for the information for which we've created foundations off of.
Correct. So I guess I say that to say it's not. Again, if you happen to be listening to this and you wear a waist trainer,
yeah, it's not bad.
I'm telling you, you could have saved your money. But again, if that is what you felt like you needed to get started, then congratulations. I truthfully, from the bottom of my heart, I'm proud of you, and I'm glad that you're on your journey. And that's what I'm saying, because sometimes too, I think I find that some people dive like some information that some people give you, it's not that deep. Like, you don't have to worry about it. So I'll get clients who come in and talk about meal timing, right? For the average individual who's just kind of looking to become a little healthier, it's going to be a preference thing. Like, I know some people go, I have to get my protein an hour in this anabolic window. No, you don't. No, you don't. Worry about, don't listen.
Worry about yourself.
Don't major in the minor leagues, okay? It just doesn't make sense. So it's like, sure, if it just works out for you, perfect. But like, if your calories are maintained, if your macros are maintained, then it's a preference. Like, it's really up to you. But I think people will take that opportunity to focus on those things and then eventually don't do anything. Does that make sense? Like, they don't make a stance. They just kind of
I see. Yeah, I guess. I think for me, it's there's how things actually happen, and then there's how they work for you.
Okay.
Or how you worked to that. So let's use a diet as an example. I'm looking to decrease body fat. Whatever your diet is, I like intermittent fasting. I like keto. I like Whole30. Whatever your diet is.
Stay Mediterranean out here, bro.
The commonality is calorie deficit. So as long as you do that, sure, all of it's fine. The bigger consideration is when you're being sold this diet, what is being sold along with it? Like,
I hate when they demonize the other ones though. Like, this works as opposed to,
oh yeah, this is garbage.
And if you're still doing this way, that's doesn't work anymore, or it's ancient thought process, or
like, all right, so we in house we crack a lot of jokes on
I do it at our house too, but whatever.
Oh yeah, on vegetarian vegan diets it's within the culture, right? There's nothing wrong with that diet. There's nothing wrong with vegan eating for who vegan eating is for. But if you're doing it because it promised you fat loss, nah, that's not how it works.
Right. Or types of training. So I've always felt, so you have some people who will talk about HIIT training versus like strength training versus bodybuilding versus, again, some of it doesn't. Hey, Tati, you want to say hi? Honestly, it is going to be specific to what your goals are, right? Because, for example, how I would program for somebody as an athlete who, like a field athlete, like football, lacrosse, something like that, soccer, and how I program for a bodybuilder would be significantly different. But again, if you're general population and you're just kind of getting into activity, if you like Zumba, go do Zumba. If you like hiking, go hike. Swim, play recreational ball for 30 minutes or so. I do feel like there's a benefit to some kind of strength training, right? That can be a staple. There's a lot of benefits there. But if the goal is just activity, get active. Do something you like. Do something you love. You don't have to be held to a I don't even know what to call it, a practice.
Welcome, Tati. How you doing? So if y'all ain't see the Monday class, I know Tati, you put up something.
Not yet. It's coming.
Okay, it's coming.
It's coming. Not yet.
But Monday was fire.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody who showed up.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward. Appreciate everybody.
Well, while we're on the topic, have you seen?
We just did a joke about vegan diets.
Yeah.
Nah, but we explained.
But we explain why we joke. It's a joke.
Yeah.
You don't have an issue with it.
I don't eat something.
So the idea is, there's a lot of nuance around. So we were talking about diets.
Yeah.
This diet is the best for the community or the person it's best for.
Right.
But to say that there's specific benefits that aren't exclusive to that diet is kind of misleading.
Very.
For the individual.
Very.
So.
Very. Actually, I have two masks on. So I actually made a post today around this topic. It's Fat Loss Friday for the Michelle Fitness channel, and I made a post about. Chris, you're so kind. Chris is so kind, y'all. Chris is so kind. So I made a post today for Fat Loss Friday for Michelle Fitness, and basically I said that the most optimal method to get yourself in a calorie deficit doesn't exist in terms of diet. So to say that the keto diet is ultimate, to say that intermittent fasting is the ultimate way, to say that a plant-based lifestyle is the ultimate way is false, in my opinion. That is what I believe. I believe that what will work best for you is what you can actually maintain. You personally. So there's a difference between eating a plant-based diet just because you want to eat a plant-based diet and eating a plant-based diet for performance. Those are like two different type of foods. It's different type of preparation for meals and things like that. So I understand where these two are coming from when they say just pushing plant-based lifestyle to people who, one, have not tried it, two, the transition requires habitual financial changes that people may not be ready for, and three, may not have the insight on what that looks like with their body. Like, I've been plant-based for, I'd say about like 4 years now, and like my body has definitely changed between how my hair grows, what my nails look like, what my skin does. So to say just do it, like, is.
But I can eat Oreos, right?
Yes. I eat
Are
Oreos.
Oreos vegan?
Oreos technically vegan. I don't buy Oreos because the last time I had Oreos, I took half of the package and I put it in a bowl and I had like chopped it up and I poured milk over it. And I felt so ashamed.
Did you make cereal out of Oreos?
I made
Do you
cereal.
know how much sugar is in that? You're a trainer. You should know that.
Nah, but yo, so she posted a reposted video where a woman was explaining the calories in plantain.
Yes, and everybody told her to shut up, and I thought that was so mean.
All right, wait, hold on. To be fair, when it comes to food, most nutritionists, dietitians aren't well versed in how to work with ethnic food or cultures.
Right.
They take the American diet,
right,
and they say have chicken and broccoli and butter. And there's schooling wise. I'm not saying the individual. I'm saying schooling wise, you're not given a great base on how to deal with cultural food.
Okay.
So I think she was trying to present good information.
Nah, we don't want that, fam.
But
keep that energy somewhere else.
She wasn't culturally aware of how she was presenting it.
I don't
even though she was from the culture.
I don't even think there was a lack of cultural awareness. So on my personal page, I post things that are like my actual opinion. So basically, I reposted her, and there was another post after it, and somebody said, "This is attack on culture. You're trying to colonize the food
Yeah, that was crazy.
that we eat." And I was shocked, and I guess I got a glimpse of what cancel culture looks like because if the information doesn't apply to you, let it fly. Like, why are you so pressed about this woman explaining how many calories she calculated in fried plantain if you're going to eat fried plantain? Do it matter? Do it matter?
Or you can just calculate your calories.
Or you can just calculate your calories. And like sometimes when you're on your own journey, and sometimes when you have your own goals, you almost have to like fight your culture. You have to fight your family.
Talk about
you
it.
You have to fight where you come from.
Talk about it.
To make sure you get to where you want to go. But it takes that realization. So for people who enjoy plantain, I enjoy a nice fried plantain, sweet or unripe. It's good food, right? Certain foods I don't track. I don't track it because it's not the type of food that I would track.
Track them Oreos?
Nah. I ain't tracked them Oreos. I didn't buy no more Oreos.
Okay, fair enough.
I didn't buy it because I was like, damn, Tati. I felt so ashamed when it was done. I was like, that shit was good. I was like, but don't do that ever again. That's when you gotta know yourself. But yeah, like certain foods you just don't track. Like for me, I don't track vegan soul food. Like if I'm making kale greens, vegan mac and cheese, fried oyster mushrooms, sweet potatoes, I'm not tracking that because I'm eating that because I want to eat it. I'm eating that for comfort. I'm probably stressed. I'm not tracking it. Same goes for plantain. Plantain may be that for some people. That's one spectrum. Other end of the spectrum, hey, I'm on a fat loss journey. I'm trying to live healthier. I need to start tracking what I'm consuming. However, there are cultural staples in my diet that I cannot give up. These are staples. I can't deviate from this. So how do I fit it in?
Yeah.
Her information would help you. So I just thought it was I don't know. Like I thought it was a little
over the top.
I thought it was a little over the top to tell her to shut up.
In response to it,
yeah.
Because they basically told her to shut up.
I thought it was hilarious.
I didn't think it was funny. Like they basically told her to shut the hell up, and I didn't like that they did that. I also feel like we're in the age where people need content. So like if you find something and you're able to piggyback off of it quick, you got content. So like I keep that in mind too.
That's true.
And I felt like she just opened the door and people just walked right in.
Yeah. Once it hit, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna be 100%. Once it hit Black Twitter, it's over.
All right. So the biggest,
it's over.
Some of y'all, I'm not even gonna explain it to you. I think the biggest problem with it was there's not a lot of limelight for Black dietitians, Black nutritionists. I'm not saying, and understand, I'm talking about people who are educated in the science, not, I do this because there's the cultural aspect to it, and then there's
that's a whole nother topic.
There's like I said, how it actually works. We have enough of the cultural misrepresentation of foods, and now you have someone who's actually trying to
educate,
help.
Yeah.
And then we bash them. Now, I to be honest, I thought the video was funny, but
whether or not that was in the intention, who knows?
The way people jumped on was crazy.
Yeah. I just hope that didn't deter the young lady from keep sharing her message. Because like when you got something to share and people tell you to shut up, like some people do shut up, and it's just like no. I got something to say. So like I hope she doesn't stop sharing what she's sharing. I hope she continues her mission to like educate, and if like people are going to continue to bash her, let them do what they do. I just feel like I just don't, and they know this. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Damn, why she had to call us out like that? They know this.
So this one time,
We do know this. We do know
Tati
this.
came in and,
Yes, I sure
and
did.
I had to. Nah, I
I
asked my grandma's.
Yeah, she aired it out in her. Nah, it's all love though, and that's
It
and
is.
it's crazy because I think that's what we try to do to bring to the community is that we can always, if you stand on principles, if you stand on value, we can agree to disagree cordially.
Yeah.
And then still keep a positive relationship. I think too often the crazy part, especially with again with content creators, with influencers, a lot of times it's if you disagree with me, you're taking away from my pockets.
Or if you disagree
You get what
with
I'm
me,
saying?
you're
Because
the ops, and it's not that.
right,
We're in the same community. We're in the same field. We're trying to help the same people. It's just how we do it is different. And I feel like when there's a greater cause to help others, there is no room for war. Like, what are we warring for?
What are we fighting for?
Seriously. And I'm not trying to come up as like, oh, I'm holier than thou, and I am so actualized and enlightened.
Nah, she came in with the smoke, y'all.
Like, I'm not.
She came here. Who in here? Oh, snap! What happened?
I'm not. I say that I don't know shit, but I know enough. And it is my personal belief that when we're on a mission, we don't have time for this.
Yeah.
We don't have time for this. I feel like this is silly to me, at least. I think it's silly, and I try my best not to participate. And if you ever, like, whoever's watching this, everybody, if you ever see that from me, that type of, call me out on it, because it's really not my intention.
Yeah, get him, Tati.
Okay.
It's not my intention.
Nah,
I don't know where that's from, but I thought it was so funny. I'm gonna give Chris his seat back though. I got a client to get.
Thank you, Tati.
Thank you, Tati.
That was my TED talk.
But nah, again, y'all, we understand that for a lot of the information, again, that's being put out there, it's really important, I think, for the individual to be able to understand, interpret where this information is coming from and why. Because, like, for example, like if someone's posting, hey, this is the number one way to do this, and then next thing you know, there's or they say it's the only way you do this, and next thing you know, they're selling something with that. It's probably being pushed to you for financial reasons. I'm not saying that's everybody. I'm saying it's a good.
I say that it's not all of what they're saying is bad.
Correct.
And
that's the hard part.
Yeah, a lot of it is seeded in truth, and then it's twisted a little bit to fit whatever narrative.
Right.
And as as much fault as the seller has in that situation, so does the consumer.
I agree.
So it's also your job to do some research, and not Google. Like, I can't.
I mean, Google's a good start.
Nah, listen.
I'll say it's a good start.
Listen, I don't know if you'll ever see this, but shout out Dr. Cutts, because research and development was the most crucial class that I've ever taken. It's been the most useful to learn how to read through peer-reviewed research and understand what's going on is essential to your life as not only a participant in life, but a consumer, and how things actually work. Yeah.
I think over time I've learned to think critically, because I've also learned that there's not always one answer or solution to a problem. And quite often, when I've been on the consumer end of things, I can't tell you how many fitness devices and things that I've bought over the years.
I spent thousands of dollars.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I bought jump sole shoes to face masks,
I spent
The
thousands of
oxygen
dollars
face mask.
of money I didn't have, and that's no, I don't think some people really understand that. I wanted to be skinny so bad that I challenged my survival by getting rid of resources or using resources that I didn't have for that thing. And when it comes to the community that we want to affect the most, the resources aren't always there. So when we say something, we say it to protect our community. And when we see somebody's taking advantage of y'all, we gotta explain it, and we gotta hash it out. And if someone feels like they're being attacked, okay, let's talk.
Yeah, nah.
There's so many. I want to believe that most people, influencers, coaches, trainers alike, are trying to do the best for the people they're trying to serve. And the nuance from person to person, the message can get lost. I'm gonna
Lost in translation.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to that one, and then we'll see as we go.
I definitely forgot where I was gonna go with that. I was gonna definitely piggyback off that.
We'd love to hear what your so if you had a question about nutrition, fitness, training, we'd love to hear what it is that you have a question about, some information that you don't quite understand. Maybe we can explain the nuance and how it may pertain to you versus Gen Pop. But yeah, outside of that, that's all I got on it.
I don't know how much I can reiterate though. Like, there's so many things I think that happen, and I don't know if there's any conscious thinking about the who, the what, the where, the why. Like, I think so many people now, they'll see
consumer?
something, they'll just see something and accept it.
It's,
Like, they just accept, and I get it. So here's the thing. I'm gonna be 1,000% honest with you. The amount of clients that have asked whether or not I was certified is zero. I hope that makes sense. So I say that to say, so when I post information, when I state that I'm a trainer, etc., they accept that I'm a trainer. They accept that, oh, you're doing this because you said you do this. They're not accepting the fact. Like, I love when clients ask me questions and don't just accept that what I'm saying is gold. I can give them the information, can share with them. I can give them other resources of who I consider, mentors, or I can pull other resources like Chris and Jeff, Dan Squared, Tati.
we got Hand Dan and
we got Feet Dan. But I could pull them into these other resources and tools that I can utilize and share. But I think there's a time where people see things now and they just accept it. And I think, like you said, it was just as much as the consumer's fault. Like, like, that's real talk. Like, you got to be able to say, okay, who is this individual? Why are they telling me this? Is it pertinent to me? Okay, that makes sense. Let me go do my own research. Let me ask somebody else. Like, there's no other.
All right, I'm gonna sum that up. Ready? So I'm gonna give y'all this, and I'm gonna leave you with this for the night. You must choose to be an active participant in your fitness because there is no do for you. The do for you, the get it quick, is going to get you hurt. Physically, emotionally, whatever it is, you have to be an active participant in your growth in fitness.
I almost think that was written, but like he said that off the top of his head. I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing to say on top of that. That's dope, man.
We would love to help you experience or to be a part of your growth. Oh, shout out Betsy, by the way.
Let's go!
If y'all haven't seen it,
been on a journey.
One of our members has been working their butt off to get a push-up done. I believe a year and a half. We started from the bar as high as, well, maybe a little bit lower than where it is now. all the way down to the floor with bands. We came back up, and today she said, "I got it." It was not
Yo,
mine.
she hit 3 of them things. Nah, yo, we said we gonna go for 1, and now we like that's the trainer. I'm just part of the community. Said he gonna go for 1 push-up. She 1, 2, 3. What? Go ahead, girl.
I don't know.
Proud of you.
I don't know where I was going, but that just had to be the shine for the day.
I mean, no, yes, definitely worth mentioning. As always, guys, we really like to do this. We want to provide a resource or be a resource to you to provide you with information that we believe that can be beneficial on your journey. Each one of us have kind of been in the game for a bit, bounced around a bit. We've blood, sweat, and tears when it comes to reading, researching, experience between all of us, and we just want to share that with our community. So again, if there's ever any questions, comments, concerns we can help you with.
In the spirit of nuance, considering all of the things that we discuss, because we're discussing it with an audience that's a variety of experience.
Yeah.
Consider if we didn't say it to you, we said it to everybody.
Right.
So until it applies directly to you, till we've had that conversation, let's talk.
Pretty much. Again, guys, as always, if it don't move, it don't work. It don't work. Catch y'all. Enjoy your weekend. Smash your goals.
It's pizza time.
It's pizza time.
It's pizza
I had
time.
pizza the other day, though.
Oh, I'm gonna get pizza right now.
You gonna get pizza right now?
From Limon.
Well, if you're gonna get pizza, I might have to get a glizzy. Because glizzy thing is possible. I don't know how to say that. I was trying to be funny, but clearly you guys can see I'm not. All right, tuning out for this time.